Hey, I shouldn't be telling you this, but if you skip this part of the video, you will miss out on the deal of a lifetime. If you click the link in the description, you will see that Atlas VPN are giving out an offer to get a 3-year subscription for just $1.83 per month. That's less than Netflix's latest price increase. Plus, it comes with 3 months for free and a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's the best VPN on the market, and you can use it to watch shows that are not available on streaming services in your country. So you can watch Friends on UK Netflix, no matter where you are in the world, as long as you have a subscription to Netflix. You can even use it on unlimited devices, so everyone in your house can watch Friends on UK Netflix at once. And they keep your searches private, so that we'll all finally stop spying on you. But remember, time is of the essence if you want to get this offer. Just $1.83 per month to get a 3-year subscription by clicking the link in the description below.
Am I the asshole for not letting my son's friend stay for Thanksgiving? I promised my son, 16 male, he could have his friend visit from out of town. I share custody with my ex-wife, so he splits his time between our cities, and stay for Thanksgiving until school break was over. However, I started to notice some suspicious behavior. Hi handsome, as a greeting when they were FaceTiming, calling him bub. Even my son's laugh when talking to him is different. I decided to take a look at my son's phone. The very first thing I see in their messages is a selfie of the friend, shirtless in bed. I knew for sure then. I told my son his friend couldn't come for Thanksgiving and explained why. His brother can't have his girlfriend over, he can't have his boyfriend over. Everyone is acting like I'm wrong for breaking the promise though. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Same rules for both children. Although kind of dick move spying on his phone. You are the asshole for looking at your 16-year-old's phone without permission. And why can't your kids have their SOs over if they want? Keeping them away from their boyfriend, girlfriend when they're at your place is only going to make them not want to spend time at your place. I am not quite sure of the validity of this post to be honest, but I am gonna put in my 2 cents. It's a little weird to me that you immediately reacted with anger after seeing the messages, which were none of your business anyways, dude, instead of asking yourself why your son might want to hide this from you. You are the asshole for that. This sounds made up. If not fake, you are the asshole. Why on earth would you not want your kid's SO to be there, but be okay with friends there? Furthermore, now that you know who your son's friend is, why are you not happy? Am I the asshole for asking my wife to cook my mom a ham, and cooking it myself when she said no? My wife is a very traditional person. She is big on things being done the proper way and to be honest can be kind of rigid. My mom doesn't care about proper, but is just a spoiled brat who wants what she wants. Needless to say, they get on like oil and water. Growing up we always had a ham with Thanksgiving dinner because that is what my mom wanted. She would cook a turkey, but she only ate the ham. My mom no longer hosts Thanksgiving now that I am older and have my own family. She was never that into it to begin with, so would rather just go to a friend's house. She won't come to our house because her and my mill can't be in the same room, and we don't have ham. Well, this year the stars aligned. Mill will be out of state. My mom's friend isn't hosting due to a family medical emergency, so I asked my wife if I could invite my mom. She said sure, but no ham. I called my mom and she said she was only coming if she could have a ham. She even offered to cook it and bring it herself. I said I had to check with my wife and she freaked out and said my mom can't cook anything. I asked my wife to cook the ham, and she yelled at me. At this point I was sick of the bullshit. I told my mom to come and promised there would be a ham. I went out and bought it myself and told my wife I would be cooking it. My wife is not okay with me cooking during holidays because it is her job, so she got emotional. I told her I was doing it and it wasn't up for discussion. She called me a mama's boy and called my mom stupid. Because ham is only for Christmas and Easter. She even brought my daughter into the fight and they were joking about things they could do to the ham. Now I'm standing guard, my mom will be here in a few hours, and my wife is obviously pissed. Tell your wife to grow up. Not the asshole. Your wife sure is. If all it takes to be kind is to let grandma bring a ham over, who the heck cares? Your wife is being mean. Not the asshole. Your wife is controlling, to put it lightly. Sounds like she's the spoiled brat. Her way or no way, and that's final. Fuck that. You're a grown man. You're allowed to cook whatever you want. And ham isn't relegated to certain holidays. There's nothing written in stone about it. No offense, but your mom doesn't sound like a picnic, either. Both of them sound very spoiled, entitled, stubborn and unwilling to budge. And you're caught in the crossfire. Sound like you're gonna need a lot of alcohol today. Happy Thanksgiving, and good luck. Most people I have ever known serve turkey and ham. Ham isn't exactly weird, it's not like she asked for a pizza. Your wife seems like the asshole, to be honest. Am I the asshole for using the bathroom after work? I, 46 am married, and my wife, 38. And I have 4 kids, our youngest is 6. Now I work a very physically demanding job, so I have always needed to take a shower when I get home. One of the biggest sore spots is that my wife does not seem to understand that this shower is non-negotiable, and, ever since our first was born, she has been getting upset on and off about it. Even after almost 14 years, she still has not grasped that I will always need to shower. She complains that she has to wait over an hour after I get home for me to be any use. I'm not sure what she feels I should be doing instead, since it's not like she needs my help with dinner, and I usually just eat whatever I want to after the kids are in bed, so it is not like they are waiting on me. It all came to a big blow up last evening because the house was a mess, and she claimed that if I would stop taking my hour break, I could pull my weight. Thing is, that after a long day of physical work, the last thing I want to do is spend the rest of my waking hours doing chores. She teaches at the high school, so it is not as demanding. The issue is that she usually gets caught up on the weekends, but because she spent the last few weekends laying in bed, recovering from a flu, she was fine but said she was tired by weekends. Now the house is a disaster, and somehow it's all my fault because I have to use the bathroom and take a shower? Too long did not read. Am I the asshole for cleaning myself up after work? You are the asshole. You both work. You both should be cleaning and taking care of the kids. Just because you deem your job harder doesn't mean she doesn't need help. You sound so lazy and entitled, dude. You are the asshole. After a long day of physical work, the last thing I want to do is spend the rest of my waking hours doing chores. Too bad. You are a parent. You are a partner. You need to stop being selfish and step up. You are the asshole. If you need a shower, take 5 minutes and have one. An hour? How come all the home responsibility is hers too? Teaching is a very draining job. I'm willing to bet if she disappeared into the shower for an hour and you had to cook, do the bedtime routine, you'd find it outrageous. When's her time off? Why aren't you helping at the weekend if you need to catch up? Am I the asshole for snapping at my in-laws for saying my husband ruined his life? Edit, small update below. Context. My, 36 female, husband, 36 male, comes from a family of athletes. They put him in boxing as a kid. He was talented and he suffered a lot of pressure from his family. They wanted him to become professional, but my husband never wanted that. In high school, things got worse for him as the school's coaches were brutal, and the attention he received from promoters and outside coaches led his family to put more pressure on him. The relationship with his family went south when he informed them he was going to university and giving up boxing for good. Not true, the boxing part. I met him a month before we started high school and we've been together ever since. When he was 30, his family contacted him to try to fix their relationship. Their relationship is decent, the same with me. Now, we took our children on Sunday to visit them. Sil and her husband were talking about one of my nephews learning to play the piano and that he is good for his age. Then Mill said, and quote, "Be careful. You don't want to encourage him only for him to quit and ruin his life as my husband's name." It seemed like Mill forgot I was there and they went silent. My husband was out buying some things with his father and his other two Bill. I was calm and asked her how he ruined his life. His sisters got involved and said that's not what Mill meant and I wouldn't understand. I replied, "No, I don't understand. I don't understand why you wanted to live through him. Why you never listened to him. Why you never accepted what he wanted. Why you didn't let him be. Why you think he ruined his life. I don't get it. If you think it's because I don't know how talented he was, you're wrong because I was there. Even when you abandoned him, it wasn't for nothing that he got 2 scholarships and people were after him. I'd understand if he didn't do anything with his life, but that's not the case. He has a degree, an amazing career, built 2 different business, is a great father and husband. He is more successful than all of you combined. Please, tell me how he ruined his life or what part one don't understand." I got silence. I took our children and left. I texted my husband that I was going home. He arrived shortly after and told him what happened and he's not mad. To be honest, This is the first time I heard this type of comments, and I pretty much blew the relationship he has with his family, and apparently also caused issues with his sister's husbands because they had a different version of why my husband was estranged. Edit. Small update. I never expected this much attention, and sorry for not answering every comment. I will clear some points and give you a small update. First of all, thank you for the kind words and the awards. I reacted on instinct and kind of regretted, but my husband reassured me that it was fine. He would have done the same thing for me, which I know. He's all smiles every time I see him. I'm sorry for those who went through the same thing. I'm glad you left that horrible situation and that you are doing what you want. Good job. I should have been clearer. Mill says he ruined his life because he wasted the chance to be recognized and famous, something they always longed for and couldn't achieve on their own. My husband stopped competing once he finished university and not after high school. He had to do it so he could maintain his scholarship. The children weren't present when I exploded, they were outside playing. His sisters lied to their husbands about the reason why my husband was estranged. They put the blame entirely on him and downplayed what they did. Someone linked a story about a couple who is dealing with the after trauma, and it's heartbreaking. Injuries and trauma are two of the many reasons my husband never wanted to make boxing his career. Fortunately, he received minimal damage and sees a specialist once a year to make sure everything is fine. My husband says that over the years he felt something was off, so he's not surprised they haven't changed their opinion of him and that they were just faking it to gain access to our kids. Small update. Early today when we dropped the kids off at school, his sister's husbands were there and wanted to hear my husband version. We went to have breakfast and he told them everything. From their reaction, it was clear that their wives were still downplaying the whole thing. According to one of them, his wife is starting to display the same traits as Mill, so yeah. We agreed to talk on Saturday to plan how we're going to move forward with our children. They go to the same school and are very close. We don't want to disrupt their relationship. As for his parents, we are going to talk to them on Saturday to let them know how their relationship with our children and us is going to be from now on. Thanks to all of you again. Not the asshole. Mill was patronizing you husband's life choices and you stomp on her with the truth. Info. So, the sisters were lying to their spouses about your husband? Not the asshole. Good on you. I played volleyball competitively through high school and was offered several scholarships to play at great schools. I was burned out and I wanted to focus on my degree. My parents were not okay with me turning down the volleyball scholarships, and then my mom told me I would not get me my college fund, which I know is a privilege on its own, unless I attended state school near her. Guess who dropped out of that school to move away from her parents after a year? Guess who went no contact with them for a year? And guess who is proudly finishing up her biology degree at 34? You did a wonderful job of advocating for abs, defending your husband. Kudos to you.